From environment to road infrastructure, this time the Lagos State government has flagged off rehabilitation work on the final stretch of the Lekki-Epe Expressway spanning from Admiralty Junction to Jubilee Bridge section in Etiosa local government area and Etiosa East Local Council Development Area. The Special Advisor on Infrastructure, Mr. Olufemi Daramola, who was speaking during a stakeholders engagement in Etiosa, says a traffic management plan will be put in place for the road rehabilitation exercise to reduce the burden on commuters.
This is the Lekki-Epe Expressway, a major route often congested on a daily basis by motorists coming in and out of Etiosa local government area of Lagos State. The ever-busy road has gotten the attention of the Lagos State government, and equipment has been mobilized to the Lekki tollgate axis for the rehabilitation exercise from Admiralty Junction to Jubilee Bridge, Ajah. Residents of Etiosa local government and local council development area are being engaged by the Ministry of Works and Infrastructure, Ministry of Transportation, Ministry of Information and Strategy for the road rehabilitation.
Thank you very much for joining us.
The architectural drawing indicates that Bonny Camp to Admiralty Junction has been completed. Construction work is ongoing from Jubilee Bridge to Abramadesoya. 95% construction work already achieved from Abramadesoya to Eleko Junction. Eleko Junction to Ekpeti Junction already completed, while Admiralty Junction to Jubilee Bridge is about to commence.
The government has started upgrading the Etiosa Lekki-Epe Expressway from Ekpeti Junction up to Abramadesoya. A lot of work has happened between Bonny Camp and the Admiralty Junction. So the focus now is between Admiralty up to Jubilee Bridge. And it involves attending to the failed sections where the pavement has collapsed. We're going to build it up again and now have a new layer of asphalt. For the other sections that are still rideable, we're going to do a lot of milling and having a smooth layer of asphalt. So at the end of it all, we are going to have good riding surface from Admiralty up to the Jubilee Bridge. For execution, there will be daytime and nighttime activities. And it will be planned in such a way that, for starters, we'll concentrate mainly on the bad sections so that we can have full lane capacity available for commuters.
Lagos has a population of between 22 and 30 million people. Just choose anyone that you want there. Between 22 and 30 million. Of this figure, only about 6.4 million people are taxpayers. Of these 6.4 million, only about 4.2 are really active taxpayers. And of the 4.2 million, about 80% are people who pay through LIRS, salary earners. All the guys who drive SUVs on this road, most of them don't pay nothing. And what is their excuse? They say that their children don't attend your school. They themselves, they don't attend your hospital. So why should I pay? They have forgotten that when they are going to when they have a headache and they want to go to London to see their doctors, the road on which they ply is taxpayers' money. So let us also spare a thought, no matter how little, for our responsibility.
Some of the residents share their concern about the impact of the bad road and the upcoming road rehabilitation within their axis.
A lot of people are coming down with high blood pressure. and you realize that most of our time is actually being spent on the road. And that's why, for me, I felt it was really important for me to come and lend my voice. And then those potholes are really low-hanging fruits. If you are able to at least work on those potholes, you know, it will help with free flow of traffic.
Would there be alternative routes for residents to ply during this work? For example, are we going to have access to the Lagos-Calabar Express Road, even if it's for certain periods of time of the day? Say, for example, 9 a.m. or 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. It eases that whole traffic burden. Then also, do we have alternative routes on the other side as well, where you have the regional road? If this is available, then it also helps.
I'm coming from the view of asset value. By doing this road, I know that the price of every building here will increase. And Lekki is known worldwide. My son is in the US. Once he mentions he stays in Lekki, they give him respect. And I thank you for that. But if you can do this, Ajah Road is a nightmare when it rains.
This asphalt thing cannot work for the volume of traffic on this road. And you are all the engineers, so you should know. Why don't we just extend what we are doing from Abraham Adesoya to permanent work? You say asphalting, and then you say there will be remediation. We don't need remediation, we need reconstruction.
The Special Advisor on Infrastructure, Mr. Olufemi Daramola, reacts to the issues raised and gives assurance of fixing all bad spots along the Lekki-Epe Expressway.
This same road that we are talking about was probably done about 19, 20 years ago with asphalt. What are the design criteria? Sometimes we need to be educated. In as much as a continuous concrete road pavement is very desirable, it is not to say that an asphalt pavement would not stand the test of time after design, depending on the purpose for fit. Take, for instance, the green line comes. In the middle of the carriageway, we will have our rail track. What does that mean? That means at the end of the day, the people in this axis still need to be moving. How long will that project be? That is another question. Someone mentioned it way back that at the Abraham Adesoya intersection, that is already thinking about the green line, making provision in the center of the road there. So I put it out to all of us. Design considerations, yes, I know the desire for a continuous road concrete pavement. I know it, but I also have to stand before you and tell you that design procedures, asphalt pavement, what was there before was for about 19, 20 years. So what are we talking about? What we're talking about is, if the green line is coming, should we wait until then? We are Lagosians, your taxpayers, everything, value for money. So we still have to do something. We are talking about the commencement date of the project. That is why we are here. The contractor to embark on the project, Mr. CRCC, is here. We can take a peep out later. Equipments are here. You cross to the other side, we have excavators, equipments. You look just in front of you, we have trucks. That is to show the readiness that they are here. And they would commence like next week. Because the other facts that you brought up, which includes synergy, planning, while my colleagues will talk about that, will be addressed. We would do traffic management plans, we would announce, we would continue to do presentations to tell you where we are going to be and how we are going to go about it.
For the Ministry of Transportation, the Lekki corridor is one of the fastest growing corridors, and residents must embrace the development coming into the axis.
And now we have Dangote, we have Lekki Deep Sea Port, we have Tolerance, and we have a couple of other companies that are in this axis. Statistics said full-blown, Dangote should expect about 3,000 trucks. We have Lekki Deep Sea Port. All of those things weren't in this axis before now. So with that quantum of business in this axis, we expect that we would get a lot more traffic than we used to get. Lekki corridor is also the fastest development corridor in the whole of Africa. The numbers we have here they are bigger than some states. And we cannot take for granted that we would, from time to time, face challenges, but we must find a way to deal with them. The dynamics when it comes to multiple projects is one that you must put into each other so that they can fit. The green line is coming, so obviously whatever it is that we're doing now must also be in sync with what the green line would entail. Interestingly, we are complaining now, but trust me, in another 2-3 years, the whole of this corridor would not only face an appreciation in value of properties, but will also have convenience. What am I speaking about? The green line would come all the way from Marina down to Epe. That would take a lot of traffic off the road. We're also working a lot on the waterways, trying to ensure that we expand the jetties around this axis so that people can come in and use our waterways. There are so many other options we're trying to create alongside all of what we do on the road. Someone spoke extensively about the coastal road. It's a no-brainer. The coastal road should be opened, but there are challenges. What are the challenges? There's also, it's a federal project. They also have timelines for delivery. What has happened over time is it was opened initially, but they were facing a lot of challenges in terms of safety.
We have a whole lot of traffic infractions by the elite in this axis. That's the truth. So it is time for us also to take it in our hands and say this should not happen. We are working 24 hours all over Lagos State throughout this year. That is last month. My appeal, lastly, please obey traffic rules. This is a three-lane line. Please make it a 3-lane line. Don't make it a 7-lane for traffic.
State Assembly members in attendance appeal to the people to support government during the rehabilitation work and obey traffic rules.
SA, since we are here now, let's start looking into Ajah Badore Road as well and the alternative road along that side as well. Please, I know a little bit more about resources because from the House of Assembly, we see the kind of resources that come in and every sector begging for either maintenance, reforms, overhauling, and this and that. It only means that as residents, we should come alive in our little responsibilities on protecting and making sure that, we do our bit. We as government will also try and do our bit.
Regional road through Chevron, please. Transport works, help us to grade it so that it will be more tolerable. So that people that are coming, they can pass through the other alternative road by Ikota. They can go and link that regional road. If it is well graded, they will pass through Ajah. They will go and link out at Igbokusu by that Planet Road. So it will be easier. So people can even go and pass through that Nikon, pass through Ikate, and go and link out at Freedom Road. If that area is more tolerable.
Contractor, Mr. CRCC is ready to move in.
As the Lagos State government kicks off the rehabilitation work along the Lekki-Epe Expressway, residents of Etios has asked the authority to adequately manage traffic during the road construction, with the hope that alternative routes, including the coastal road, will be open to ease traffic congestion along the Lekki corridor.
That's the program for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Olumide Mokoli. Obey all state laws, be the best you can be, and stay safe.